Hey guys, Zypher here, and this video is going to be in a slightly, I don't want to say darkened tone, but a more depressed tone for myself. Today it is the 14th of August 2014, and in the UK that is the results day for A-levels. Now, for those of you in other parts of the world who don't have A-levels, I can only put it into the American terms, which is, it is the exams you take to get the grades to get into a university. Now, in the UK, how this works is you leave high school and you go to a college for 2 years. Start when you're 16 and finish when you're 18. And then at the end of those 2 years, you have a grade. That grade determines how good a university you can go to, if any. And I'm lucky enough to be in my first year. I know people who are in their second year and are absolutely grief-stricken because they were hoping for results that they didn't get and can no longer go to the university that they wanted to go to. As for me, I had a bit of a shock to the system myself. As you can see on screen now, I'm going to put up my A-level results. Now, at the top, I've put biology, which was a U, which is a unclassified or just a total failure, basically. This just basically meant that it was unmarked, it was not graded, it didn't have a grade. That's the best way I can put it. The biology was not my favourite subject this year. In fact, I was so glad I was going to drop it next year, come September when I start college. I was so happy. I didn't care what grade I had. So having a U in biology doesn't matter. Then I have computing, and we go up on the slope. And we have a B, and I was so happy for this B. I worked so hard for this. We had to do a program, and we had longer than we should have had to do the program because our teacher was ill and she couldn't teach us the theory. So my program was not only finished, but it was ultimately polished to as far as polished as I could get it. The paperwork was I'm not one for paperwork, okay? I didn't like the whole testing of it and having to take 5,000 screenshots, but I got there in the end. The next two are probably the most depressing for me. Now, I've started with maths, because maths is, or has been, my best subject since middle school or junior school for those in the UK, middle school for those in the States. I believe it's middle school, it's before high school. And basically, maths has been my best subject for that long that I wasn't expecting this result of an E. Now, this E is actually broken down into 3 exams. There was C1, Core 1, Core 2, or C2, and Statistics 1, or S1. Now, as for Core, I'm excellent at. I'm not bragging, I am excellent at. However, I still only got a C in my C1 exam. I was happy with this. This didn't bother me so much. C2, they changed the paper around. Now, the papers haven't been changed since 2008. What I mean by this is, if you looked at a paper a past paper from 2008 for the C2 exam, you would find the questions ordered in something such as coordinate geometry is the first question, SOHCAHTOA is the second question, The third question, I believe, was area, and the fifth was logarithms. In C2, this was not the case. Not only was it not the case, some of the questions were either written differently or worded differently to how we were used to. And this threw everybody off, not just me. And I'm not making excuses. One of my friends, he is equal, if not a little above me in maths, because he can do statistics. And he got the same grade as me in statistics, which was an E grade. Sorry, not statistics, core 2. Now, then we move on to statistics, which is all things to do with probability and things like this. Now, I don't know what it is. I think it's just how my head works, but I can't understand it. I can't compute what goes on. I can't say, oh, so Sally picks 5 balls out of a hat of 20. The probability of them being green, yellow, and blue is 17 out of 24. Random numbers. That's all it means to me. It doesn't compute. And due to this, I had a U in it. Whereas my friend, as I said, was better statistics and had a C. So my friend ended up having a C for his overall maths grade. He had a C in core 1, he had a E in C2, and a C in S1. Now, I wasn't expecting a U in S1, but I was expecting a low grade. I wasn't expecting a C in core 1, but I was happy with the C. The E in C2, I'm not sure what to talk about there. The paper was different, the questions were different. I'm not trying to make excuses, I'm just stating the fact that it did throw a lot of us off, and yeah, that's all I have to say about it. And then I'll move on to physics, and physics I had a D in. Now, I wasn't happy with this result, but I'm not too concerned with it either. The reason I had this result was due to my practical exam, which went terribly for me. I always seem to do better in the exams, in the tests, than I do in the practicals. I don't know why, I just feel more pressured in the practicals than I do in the actual exams. The exams I can prepare for, whereas the practicals I feel like I can't. And halfway through that certain practical, I realised I'd done the entire first question out of 3 wrong, so 33% of that paper was wrong, at least. So I can understand how I had an E in that, and it dragged my grade down to a D overall. If I had not had that E, I probably would have had a C or above in physics. Now, I said earlier on that I was lucky because I'm in my first year, and I am. I'm lucky in the sense that I can resit my exams easily, and they don't affect my university offers because I have not had any. I don't have any till next year, and basically that allows me to resit them. Whereas someone in the second year would not have... Someone in the second year could possibly resit their exams, but they've had the university offers, and if their grades don't meet the university standards, they've lost that university offer. And I saw people today crying because of it, and I just wanted to help them in some way, and I couldn't. And it was really distressing to see these people just stood there looking at these pieces of paper in their hand that seemed worthless, and yet they meant so much. This past 2 weeks has been interesting for me. I've been dreading my results. I don't know. If at the moment I'm at a stalemate where I have to wait till the 19th of August to find out my fate, basically. It's all down to my maths. I'm pretty sure my computing will take me back, but I'm pretty sure my physics will. And then I need my maths to basically say, you can come back for the second year, but you have to reset this module. And I will happily reset it. I plan to reset. I'd reset all of them for A's, basically. But that would be too much work, and at the moment, I'm aiming for C's or B's overall grade, and you can see how far off I was from that. So yeah, that's where I've been for the past week or two. What you can see in the background is a game called Trove, which is a new MMORPG, sandbox, voxel-based monstrosity. It's not a monstrosity. It's actually really fun. Once you get into it, it's not that bad. I've been playing this to hell recently. I got a key for it, and if you are looking for videos on it, there will be some going up on the Freedom RPG channel. There will be a link in the description, and I'm sure there'll be an annotation on the screen now. But the videos aren't out yet. They will be coming out. But this is basically where I've been for the past 2 weeks, trying to film Trove while dealing with the incoming despair of the exam results. That's all I have to say for now. There might not be a video for the next week or so. At the moment, I'm trying to do Trove, and the past couple of attempts I just haven't had the motivation to do it for obvious reasons. The other series will continue. Twitchcraft will continue. Unfortunately, at the moment, as it stands, I can't say for how long. But for as long as I can, there will be Trove up on Freedom's RPG channel. There will be Twitchcraft and Dungeon Defenders Eternity on my channel, and there will be, I don't know what else, to be fair. Anything I can come up with at the moment. As soon as I have the motivation, guys, I will be back, and I will be roaring and ready to go. I've been Phoenix Zypher at ZypherGames. If you've listened to this all the way through, thanks, and leave a comment in the description. I don't know, maybe you want to share your results, or maybe you want to share some form of experience that you've had. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there, really. Can I just say, the British education system sucks. And I am not ready for my second year of college. Bye guys, adios, mi amigos.